Well, all of us are awestruck by all the cinematic experience Marvel gives us and have managed to get us to the edge of our seats like every freaking time. Have we forgotten Killmonger? Played by the stunning Michael B. Jordan. How can somebody forget this handsome hunk? Will we get to see him in action again? Well, hop on with us to find out whether Killmonger will return in Black Panther 2 or not. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh, hey, if you're new here, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Without further ado, let's get started. Marvel has always astounded us with their cinematic universe. From the Incredible Hulk to their new Spider-Man Far From Home, they've effectively caught our attention and would always leave us with open jaws with amazing scriptwriting, cinematic experiences, and let's not forget the actors. Actors who have done exceptionally well donning up the characters. First things first, we need a second to acknowledge the loss of our king. Chadwick Boseman was battling an incurable disease, colon cancer, for about 4 long years, and has left the franchise without a title star. As much as this news saddens us, Chadwick Boseman was indeed a legend, and if you haven't seen his movies, such as 42, Get Up On, and Marshall, you're missing out on a lot. Do check him out, but we will all remember him as the one and true King of Wakanda, who brought his hidden nation to the spotlight with his grace and wisdom. Unlike his predecessors, he made bold decisions. So take a moment and repeat with me, guys. Wakanda forever! Now that he is gone, who will be the next Black Panther? Who will lead Wakanda? Will that be T'Challa's intelligent little sister? If you don't remember, back in Black Panther, it was pretty clear that there was a division between traditionalist and progressive Wakanda. It's highly likely to be Shuri who will have to follow her brother's dream, but it's not going to be easy. Not because of all the challenges that she's going to face, but because she cannot summon the power of the Black Panther, as Killmonger previously burnt all the heart-shaped herbs so that there would be no other Black Panthers. Michael B. Jordan flew all of us with his ferocious portrayal of Eric Killmonger. With that, Killmonger is one of the top villains of the Marvel Universe. Killmonger did die at the conclusion of the film, although it is not confirmed as we never actually saw Killmonger expire on screen. As far as Marvel Comics is concerned, a character's death does not necessarily mean the end, and fans do think that he might return. T'Challa did try to talk him out and tried to save his life, but he said, "Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships," cause they knew death was better than bondage. And even though Killmonger demanded to be buried at sea, T'Challa appears from a distance to likely apply some kind of emergency treatment to his wound. It may probably be a vibranium disc like the one he used earlier to stabilize the CIA ally of T'Challa, Everest Ross. Even though it was seemingly inevitable for Killmonger to succumb to his injuries, Wakandan tech is a wonderful thing. The march of change never ends, as we have seen it used on Bucky Barnes, or the White Wolf as he is known in Wakanda. We know that cryostasis has been mastered. Was Killmonger able to be put on ice until medical science could save him? Without actually physically returning, having taken part in the heart-shaped herb in the first film to obtain the power of the Black Panther, it seems likely that his spirit might now reside on the ancestral plane along with that of T'Challa's father, King T'Chaka, and the other Black Panthers of yore. Here, to whatever character takes on the mantle of Black Panther after T'Challa, he might give singularly special guidance and advice. A greater sense of duty and honor was demonstrated by few MCU characters than T'Challa. You are wrong, all of you are wrong to turn your backs to the rest of the world. So it seems possible that when he obviously did not want it, he would have honored Killmonger's request and not forced medical intervention on the guy. Suppose if Killmonger really comes back on Black Panther 2. In that case, it's safe to bet that we'll see him on the ancestral plane, offering his insight into the new Black Panther, who may very well be T'Challa's extremely intelligent little sister, Shuri, if fans have anything to say about it. If Marvel decides that Killmonger is still miraculously alive, then what if the current Black Panther ends up being the one to become? It may seem like an unusual choice at first glance because he was such a ruthless and powerful opponent, determined to usurp the throne and use Wakandan technology to conquer the world. However, he fought and died with dignity during his final fight with T'Challa, and his intentions were never so bad as they were misguided. He has already worn the Black Panther suit. How fascinating would it be to see the complex and righteously angry villain wearing the king's mantle, which he once craved, forced upon him now? To see him unexpectedly made to grapple with the towering legacy of his predecessor, while being made to cooperate on a regular basis with T'Challa's most trusted advisors? Could he complete the transition from a complicated villain to a reluctant hero in the film? It is tough to think of an actor more capable of pulling it off than Jordan. This is one theory, but there is one more from the comic book of Marvel. The most likely comic character to appear in the sequel is the incredibly creepy Achibi. Rumor has it that Lakeith Stanfield will play the role. Apparently, Achibi was taken out of the mortal world but sold his soul to the devil Mephisto. He became more sadistic and ruthless than ever. But through his strategic brilliance, Achibi managed to take revenge on those who attacked him and then almost conquered Wakanda. Another villain by the name of Madam Slay could make an appearance. This longtime love interest for the comic Killmonger has the ability to manipulate Killmonger and once helped revive him from the dead with the aid of the Mandarin. Seeing as the Mandarin will be introduced in Shang-Chi, the real Mandarin this time, it's possible that this could play out exactly as it did in the comics. We could see Madam Slay take Killmonger's body to resurrect him so that he could see the plan for a Wakandan empire through. Then Killmonger could rely on Achibi's genius and sadistic mind to help him take the throne and keep it this time. Shuri would probably be focused on trying to preserve with so much zeal the legacy left by her brother that she'll be distracted from the doom surrounding her. So this is how I think it's gonna go down. But it all depends entirely upon the journey Shuri will take in her first leading role. You see, in the first movie, he took over Wakanda and made daring choices that none of his forefathers would have ever made. On the other hand, Shuri's journey will not be so much about changing Wakanda as it will be about keeping Wakanda on the route T'Challa laid out. Shuri might be forced to go up against Killmonger with a full-blown revolution without any powers of the Black Panther. In one corner, we have Team Killmonger with Madam Slay and Achibi backing Eric up, and in the other, we have Team Black Panther with Nakia and Okoye at the ready to protect the Queen. Slay would likely take on Okoye because who wouldn't want to see Okoye beat up someone who can control leopards and is named Madam Slay? That fight alone would be worth the price of a movie ticket. Then we'd have Okoye going up against the tricky Achibi, and he'd likely give her some trouble. The real main event would be Shuri versus Killmonger, and that would be the ultimate showdown for Shuri to prove that she is worthy of her brother's mantle by taking down his archenemy. Only this time, the Black Panther wouldn't take Eric out. She would respect what was likely one of T'Challa's greatest regrets, taking Killmonger's life. In the end, she might even do the impossible and bring Killmonger in. He knows firsthand all the problems in the world Wakanda could help with, and Shuri could prove to him that T'Challa's work actually did good in the world and that they could accomplish more together. This would actually have Shuri treading new ground that her brother wished he could have achieved. Then the movie could end up with the two of them at the same basketball court Shuri and T'Challa visited, ready to carry out his work together. Well, there you have it, all the ways how Killmonger could return in Black Panther 2. Which theory do you think is likely to be taken for the second part? The first one where he's in the ancestral plane, or the second where you see him revolt against Wakanda with Shuri as the lead? Do let us know your views in the comment section down below. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Until next time, and yes, Wakanda forever!